Once again, welcome to the Jerry Wilson interview, and I am Ray Ray. Along with me is Mr. DJ Whitepiece and the world famous, Jerry Wilson.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, Jay, how you been, my guy? Let's get this interview started for you, man. So, we got Mr. Jerry Wilson, a.k.a. Mr. Knowledge Bones, CEO and president of It's So Real Productions, as well as the mastermind behind the phenomenal movement coming out of the Indianapolis area. So if you haven't taken your opportunity to find out more about Jerry Wilson, go to Facebook and hit him up at Jerry Wilson. Now, Mr. Wilson, it is a pleasure to have you on TwoLocalRadio.com with us. Tell us, what is so special about this week for you?
Besides getting another year older because of my birthday, just put an album out, man, and now it's everywhere now. And
it's everywhere.
It just feels good. Oh, yeah.
That's good. Okay, so now when you say that you just put out an album, now, obviously, I know the answer to this question, but maybe the listeners don't. How many or how much does this make for you?
Locally, I did I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 locally, but this the first one is actually national. You know, that it's everywhere, not in just the underground stores like they used to be.
Right. Now, when you say it's everywhere, that means nationwide, nationally known, right?
Yeah, the Walmarts, the Best Buys, the Kmarts, the big Carmel names, or Ancu's, places like that.
Nice. So how did the road evolve to this CD release? How did this come about? Because I know the last I knew about Mr. Jerry Wilson, he was done. He had hung it up and said, "I'm good. I'm just going to help out others now."
And my mind's still like that, but the reason why I came about this one was I kept hearing people be like, "Man, I wish I could get signed. I want to get signed and all this." Everybody, looking for that one thing just to get signed. So I was like, well, I know a lot of people, and people, supported me through all these years of just doing things. So I was like, hell, let me try to put something out national. So I got a hold of my cousin in Mississippi and asked him what he'd been working on. He actually been working with Republic Records, which used to be by David Banner. And I was like, man, is there any way you could hook me out to get a CD out there? I mean, I put CDs out all the time, but nothing big. Right. He's like, oh, yeah, I can help you. And he also officiated with Universal Records, which is a big distribution company like Priority Records and all them. Right. He got me hooked up with that to get my CD out there like that. And I'm still in So Real Production, and I'm not signed with no major label or anything like that. So everything still is So Real, but Universal is actually pushing me now through him.
All right. It looks like you have a caller already, or one of your people joined in.
Fantastic. Hello?
Right. I'm here. Are they there?
Are they there? That's the question. Welcome to TwoLocalRadio.com. You're on the live with Mr. Jerry Wilson. You got a question? Evidently
Hello?
not.
Are you there?
There you go.
Yeah. Next question.
Well, I mean, we got somebody from New York, and now it looks like we got somebody from Indiana as well.
All right. Well, which one's first? Let's go in the order they called.
What's up, y'all? This is Rude Dog.
R.U.D.
What's happening?
Yeah.
What's good, R.U.D.? You got a question for Mr. Jerry Wilson? You got a comment for him?
Yeah, so Mr. Jerry Wilson. Hey, yo, when you been out here looking for talent, what's all the things you really look for, man?
What I look for is, first of all, you gotta have the skills to do it. I mean, you can't be no Milli Vanilli and lip syncing and shit and have somebody doing it for you. So I look for a real artist that's putting his own work in, writing his own stuff. None of that write you a rhyme and somebody else rhyming for you. So I'm looking for that, first of all. Second of all, I'm looking for somebody that's really, really into this, not just doing it just to be doing it because, I know how to rap overnight. I want to try it out. I mean, with me, it got to be that it's business. This is what you're going to do. This is going to be business. It's like work, man. You come to work. I'm looking for somebody that's dedicated to this shit, like you guys were dedicated. All you guys ever did was dedicated to this. or you guys will still be doing it. That's what I'm looking for. Because you're not dedicated, you're really wasting my time.
Now, real quick, RUD brought this into the picture. RUD made the comment, when you're looking for talent. Now, exactly what does he mean by that? Now, everybody out there just heard you say that you released a CD, but nobody knows what RUD means by you're looking for talent. So what does that mean exactly?
As for a CD-wise, to put a CD out, or just the talent?
Just the talent. RUD said, when you're looking for talent, what do you look for? Now, why would you be looking for talent? Let everybody know why you're looking for talent.
Oh, I look for talent because if you want to get in this game, and the little knowledge that I have for this game, for being in it so long, I love to take you aboard. But like I said, you got to be serious about it. You got to be dedicated to it. You know, if you're dedicated, you're really wasting everybody's time.
RUD, you got any more questions or comments?
Yeah, though, I only got one more comment to sit back and say. It's been a real good ride, and thank you for teaching me all this. You know, I'm willing to learn everything you're willing to teach.
Right. It's passion, man. You gotta have passion for the game. It's not about the money, dude. It's passion for it. You know what I mean? Money comes with it. You just gotta have a passion for it.
Well said. Well said. That was RUD. That was RUD, Real Underdogs, part of the It's So Real Corporation out of Indianapolis. Thank you for participating in this interview with Mr. Jerry Wilson, RUD. You have anything else you want to say before we let you go?
Yeah, I just want to shout out to my guy, Lil C. You know, my boy Craig and them sitting right here. You know, and everybody else is representing, and of course you too, Twizzle. You know what I mean? Like,
no doubt.
Sure. You started this road with us, you know what I mean?
You know it, bro. We ain't done yet, homie. We ain't done yet. We ain't done yet. We still got a whole lot of world to conquer, my guy.
Well, that's what's up. That's what's up, man. Keep doing what you do, man.
You dig? Same to you, my guy. Thank you for calling in. We're going to have to get to the next caller.
All right, man. Make it happen.
Yep. All right. Ray? Ray, you there?
I think we lost him.
I know, right? I call out the job. So anyways, let's get back to the conversation. Now, okay, so I heard you mention that you've been in this game a long time.
Oh, all right, you got another caller from Indianapolis.
Who's the next one?
Now can you hear me?
Miss Worldwide in the building.
Over there.
Ta-da!
Miss Worldwide, everybody listening, this is Miss Worldwide. She is the co-mastermind. She is the right hand to Mr. Jerry Wilson, a.k.a. Mr. Knowledge Bone. She has been down with Mr. Jerry Wilson since the beginning of his ride with It's So Real Productions. And I just want to say to her, thank you for calling in to twolocalradio.com. It means a lot that the It's So Real is sticking up for their mastermind, their CEO, their leader. So welcome to the show. Is there anything you'd like to ask? Any comments you'd like to make?
Well, I just want to, first of all say, Mr. Wilson or Mr. Knowledge has brought about such a great impact in, a lot of lives, and it's great to see, we've got some young, new artists that are coming in under the label, and I know for myself, it really brought about a big change in my life, and, typically people think that, rap music is just all, it has such a bad rap to, not to coin a really bad pun, but it has such a bad rap, but I have learned so much about rap music and about music in general in the last 5 years that I've been kicking it with Mr. Wilson that it's just really been an honor to do the things that I've done and, been in the places that I've been and it's fabulous to be able to say these things.
Well said. Now, when you say that you've been with him for 5 years, that obviously means that you've been through the ups and the downs, correct?
Oh, yes.
Now, what is one thing about Mr. Wilson, Knowledge Bone, that you would say throughout the course of his career association with you that has been the number one driving determination or the one reason why Knowledge Bone keeps winning?
Well, I think that, to anybody on the outside looking in, he looks like he's hard and he doesn't care about anybody, but really, a lot of people don't realize that he takes these artists under his wing and he looks at them like family members, and that's part of the thing that I think has been my greatest, experience with It's a Real Productions is that I do feel like I'm family, and that, if you got things going on in your life, or if he's got things going on in his life, you just know it's just real. And, we're working on this next venture. Every year we just step up to a new thing, and I'm really excited about this year. We've got a lot of really good things coming this year, and I hope that he gets the success that he so richly deserves.
Oh, yes. Amen to that. Amen to that. If there's one person I can say that definitely deserves it all, it is Knowledge Bone. And for those reasons that you just stated right there as well, too.
Yeah.
Fantastic, fantastic. Okay, do you have any more questions for Mr. Jerry Wilson?
I don't know. What do you think, Mr. Knowledge? What do you think about this experience? I know that you've had different partners throughout your 30 years, but what do you think takes to make a successful partnership?
Trust. Dedicated like I am. Knowing your part of the business. Like if you're partners, you got a business thing. You got to know your part of the business. But I've seen a lot from. You had to put the years out there, didn't you? It's been a long time. I've seen a lot of people come and go in this game, and only a few stick down with me and stayed with me from day one. And the 5 years that I've been knowing you, you have been one person that stuck with me from day one. Even though we had our problems, issues, or whatever, we all do. And I have to say, Twism, a lot of people don't know that me and Twism are still down with each other. Me and him been through a lot, ups and downs. We had our problems with each other, but,
Always, bro.
And that's what I look for, if you dedicated like that and keeping things moving and going, because, it's all about business. You still got to go home to your families. That's
right.
It means a lot to me, because I've seen a lot of people that was with me in this game that, we started it and all that shit, but then when we fell off, they don't want to had nothing to do with me or not even talk to me, or a few people that got signed but then act like don't even know who I am because they signed to a major record label, stuff like that.
Right.
For the 5 years, you've been dedicated. Everybody on Twitter, he's been dedicated. Even though he's a solo artist now, but me and him still dedicated to each other.
You know what? I'm always part of
what we do.
I'll always be a part of the It's So Real family. It is. It's like you said, Miss Worldwide. It's just like you said. Jay treated us like family, and in return, we treat him like family. We are family. We'll always be a family. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Kind of like cousins.
And sometimes the thing that's hard to differentiate, and a lot of people, especially the younger ones just coming in, they don't understand that business is business and personal is personal. And sometimes you have to push one aside to deal with the other. But realistically, it's great when they're both working in harmony. But just because one isn't working doesn't mean the other one can't.
Exactly.
And sometimes you just have to maintain a level of professionalism, and there's just a lot of that that's not coming around with that.
Especially with the newer generations.
Right, these younger people, especially everybody that I have come across in this business, with the exception of a very few, everybody that I've come across in this business since I've been in this partnership with him just thinks it's an overnight. I drop a great song and pow, I'm a millionaire, and yeah. And
I think that's a form of thinking for 90% of these artists out here. I mean, that's not just with the new generation. That's some of these older ones too, who've been in the game for so long. They think that they're just going to jump on somebody's track and it's going to make them a millionaire. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah. Well, I had that.
And like currently, right now, we're working on this. We've got a 15 to 20 city tour that we're working on, and if they only realize how many hours I spend on the phone, constantly making phone calls, constantly trying to work and network and get these things done, and they think that it's just, you just walk up, okay, be there at this time, okay, I walk up to the mic, I sing my 2 songs, and poof, I'm gone.
Right.
You don't realize what all it took everybody else to get you to that spot.
The countless nights of driving, the countless nights of staying awake and having colds and going to show after show after show, the next day, the next day, the next day. I remember one time where there was a period where It's So Real went and did like 5 shows in 5 days, man. We went from Michigan to Indianapolis to Columbus to Indianapolis to So, but anyways, Miss Worldwide, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you for being a part of the Two Local, and of course supporting Mr. Jerry Wilson in the It's So Real production movement. Did you have anything else you wanted to say? Any more last comments before we let you go? We got a couple more callers we need to get to.
Just that It's So Real for life. I said it, I mean it. I'm a ride or die.
Amen. Amen. Well, thank you so much for calling in, Jerry. Did you have anything you wanted to say to her?
Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep booking those shows for these guys.
All right. We'll talk to you later.
Have a great night, Miss Worldwide.
Bye.
Bye. Fantastic. Look at the support that you're getting. You see that? That's how you know that you've done something in this game. I'm going to tell you right now. To any of the listeners out there, you can always tell how far you've achieved in life, not by what you can say, but what others can say about you. And if there's one man that I know that has everybody talking about him, it's Jerry Wilson. Now, for a lot of you out there, you may not know that this man has been in the game for 20-plus years, correct?
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
You don't want to get into all the little details, huh?
The plus is actually after 20.
Okay, all right. So we'll just leave. We'll make it a life sentence. How about that?
Yeah.
I just want to say something.
It's the life of the ghetto.
All right.
Yeah.
I just want to say something real quick, man. I'm just very proud of everything that you've accomplished and everything. I remember we talked to you quite a few months ago and everything, and it seems like you're on a huge, upward path finally. But like you all said, it don't come overnight, and that's what artists don't understand. I mean, even on the radio side, artists expect, everybody just to give them exposure, but they don't want to give shit back. I mean, it is what it is. And when you were talking about, touring different places, I could just imagine y'all doing 5 shows and then, stopping at the dollar menu and whatnot. Because
I mean, it was crazy, man. We survived it, though.
Yeah, we did it. We did it, though. I can't. You know what? I'll tell you what. Some of the best shows we ever did was during that time period. Hands down.
Yep.
Hands down. Hands down. I'll never forget some of those memories. Riding icebergs and pushing each other in the shows and crowd. I mean, we had those people jumping with us. It was crazy. So, okay. Well, let's get back.
Big ass on icebergs.
That's why you had me do it, because my little $1.40 ass made it. Hey, that's not fair, because if I had went down, man, I was coming after you. That Lake Michigan was cold. It was the middle of winter, guys. Come on now.
Yeah, it was cold.
It was. Anyways, let's get back to the CD now. Okay, so this is this a Mr. Jerry Wilson featuring, or is this an It's So Real Productions featuring?
It's a Mr. Knowledge Bones featuring.
It's a Mr. Knowledge Bones.
It's So Real. Yeah.
And then, so who all, who got their spot on this CD? Shouts out to who was the?
I got to give a shout out to, first of all, because with that song we did together, Still Standing, I really need that, because we still standing through whatever bullshit come at us.
Everything.
So I got to give a shout out to you on there. My man Rudolph's on there. He did a couple of tracks for me on there. I'm to holler at that man for some beats.
I'm telling you.
He's on there. Miss Worldwide sung a couple hooks for me on there. I mean, she's doing her thing, R&B jazz, but she got a hell of a fucking hip-hop hook. She'll sing a hook for you.
Nice.
She's on there. My boy Chifu Lee, he's also on there. Mr. Anytime. A lot of people don't hear much about him, but they doing their thing, I got Jay King on there. He's been doing his thing. He's been with me since like 96, in and out, but
that
it is what it is. I treat him more like family, than being a signed artist with me. I treat him more like family, because that's what he is. He's in and out, so he's just like a brother to me, or father. I can be a father to him, or whatever. Yeah.
His whole family is like your family, though, really. That whole family is.
Oh, yeah. I got Mr. Loke on there. He's still with me from day one, just different artists like that, man. A lot of local artists.
You got, man.
Yeah, he's on there.
Oh, man, that's super cool, man. I haven't heard nothing from him in so long.
Yeah, he actually just did a course for me though. I'm putting together another CD, like a collab CD,
right?
Just to put all the people that I dealt with on there, and he's going to do a couple of full songs himself. So yeah, but he's back in the game.
Good.
I might share with me next week.
I was gonna say. I was just gonna say. Last time I had seen anything of him was when we did that show at what was it? Bubba's.
Yep.
Bubba's. That rock. Remember that rock place?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the last time.
All right.
He's back in it now.
Let me see here. Got a couple people wanting to ask you a question. One person wants to ask you, what do you feel? Let me see. Let me read this the right way. What do you feel is the correct path, underground or industry? I guess okay. So what I'm understanding from this, I'm assuming that they're asking you which way seems like it makes it quicker, maybe, or maybe is more better. I don't know. I'm not understanding the question, but it's a toss up between underground or industry. Your thoughts?
Well, right now, I have to say underground because this is just 3 days. I haven't really experienced the industry part of it.
Right.
I've been doing everything underground because, I never knocked the city of Indiana, but it's hard as fuck to make it here, man.
Is it ever?
So you got to make it some way. So I started out underground my whole life,
Right.
And that's how I've been. So, but I have to say, to make it quicker, if you know somebody, can't lie, if you know somebody in this game that you can go to industry real quick, that'd be a quicker way to make it. But if you go underground, do your homework, stay on top of it, now, back in my days, we didn't have this Facebook and media and social media and all that. Right now, you can shop that all around and also get quicker by being underground, too. But back then, I didn't have all that, so underground took me longer to get where I'm at now. But if I know what I know back now that I knew back then, I could have made it a lot quicker.
So are you saying that your journey through the underground, you would rather have done it through the industry, or you have enjoyed your underground?
At my age, I would have liked to get out quicker, like in my 20s.
Right.
I would have liked to, be known in my 20s instead of knowing, how old I am now.
Yeah, well, we won't drop
now.
We won't drop no numbers.
Because a lot of people looking at you like, now, man, you still rapping, man?
Yeah, you like the grandpa in this game, bro. What you doing? Yeah, right.
I just now made it to where people actually hear me everywhere.
Yeah. Bitch, I never grow old. Call me Juicy J.
But, one thing to all your listeners, when I mean by industry is the fastest way, don't be a sellout to get in the industry. Still do you. Don't ever sell out.
Right. And you know what? Nowadays, a lot of people don't seem to understand that the originality and uniqueness that a person has is what's going to sell them. Not how much they can sound like somebody else. Not how much they can ride somebody else's beats. Or how much they can put off a package that reminds you of somebody else. It takes an originality now in this game. And, Jerry had just got done saying one thing. He said, if I had known now what I knew then, I would have gone through the industry.
All right. It looks like you have a caller from New York.
Oh, fantastic. We got a caller from New York. Hello, you're on air with Jerry Wilson, Mr. Knowledge Bone.
Oh, okay. I thought this was another show. My name is Wayne Jones. I'm chairman and CEO of Wayne Management Company. I thought I was calling in for another show.
No, it's the same show. You calling in for the 2locoradio.com.
Oh, well, yeah, I know it's 2locoradio.com. You got to get technical about it. I already know it's 2locoradio.com.
I was going to say, your drops tell me that you know what you were calling, so...
Well, one of your radio station DJs, Twiz and White Piece, put me on to your station a long time ago, and not to mention he did me a huge favor when my company's mixtape dropped back in December. And he's been a very good friend of mine and whatnot, and I promised him I was going to call in. He told me before 8 o'clock. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I call in and mess up y'all flow and everything.
No, man.
I'm really sorry.
No, don't even say that. No, Jerry, you better tell him. Jerry, you better tell him it's okay for him to call in.
Oh, yeah, it's all good, man.
Yeah, and actually, man, I'll tell you what, you two actually would be a good connection to each other. Both of you guys are on that same level. You both do the same things for independents and undergrounds. Matter of fact, both of you guys are pretty much, in your respected areas, definitely moving and pushing a movement that is making you noticed. And, Mr. Wayne Jones, this is Mr. Jerry Wilson, and Mr. Jerry Wilson, this is Mr. Wayne Jones. I think the two of you actually could have quite a great conversation afterwards.
Well, listen.
Nice to meet you, man.
Same here, my brother. Blessings to you, man. Much blessings to both of you, actually. Listen, I appreciate every single word you said. It means a lot to me, The honor is definitely much appreciated. And next Saturday, well, not next Saturday, as a matter of fact, tomorrow Saturday, Wayne Management Company will be celebrating its 7th anniversary in existence. What started out as an internet marketing company turned into a multi-service company that is really much headed by the music division of the company. I have nobody to thank but God, first and foremost, and all the fans and people that help listen to me and listen to my artists and started requesting my artists and helping me share my artists with the world. And that's what I'm going to give you, the world.
Fantastic. Mr. Wayne Jones, we appreciate you calling in, and hopefully, we'll get to speak again on some other level and note again. I know that we got to conversate with you a little bit with during the Watergate thing, or during the Black Lion Entertainment Music Group mixtape, but I know we definitely want to have you back on here again and get some more information from you. Is there any questions, any comments?
I got one other thing to say, if you don't mind.
No, go right ahead.
This weekend, Valentine's Day weekend, February 14th, two of Black Lion Entertainment Music Group's artists, Farragamo Madoff and Nice One, will both be performing at the DWE All-Star Music Tour and Conference that will be held in New York City at the Skyline Hotel in Manhattan. Start time starts at 10 a.m. and the finish time is from 4 p.m. For more information, please send me an email to ceo@waynemanagement.com.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations to you, and tell your artists good luck with them. Is there anything you wish to say to Mr. Jay Wilson before we let you go?
Hey, Jay, man. My artist, Farragamo, is also dropping his 4th mixtape on Valentine's Day. So when you hear that, do me a favor, man. Share it with all your people.
I sure will, man.
Fantastic.
Thanks a lot, everyone. I love y'all, man.
No doubt, Mr. Wayne Jones. We thank you for calling in to TwoLocalRadio.com. You have a great night, all right?
Thank you so much.
You too, brother.
All right, bye.
Later.
All right, Mr. Wilson.
Yes, sir.
Boy, oh boy. Tell you what, this has been the most active radio show we've done yet. Let's get back to the CD. So we were talking about Chifu Weed, Tony Anytime, Jay King, you had RUD, Miss Worldwide, you had Matt, who goes by Mr. LOC. Is there any kind of direction with this CD that you were trying to do that is different from the other ones that you've put out?
Basically, it's just part of my storyline. When I put CDs out, I try to make it a storyline. Like the first CD I ever did. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Oh, all right. Like the first, actually tape that I did, because we had tapes back then when I first released one.
Now, see,
I call it Life in the Hood. Yeah, but I ain't saying the number, though. And that was back in the 90s, and I called it Life in the Hood, because at the time, that's where I lived at. I lived in the middle of the hood, so it was like I wasn't going nowhere. So I came up with Life in the Hood, and as years went on, I just kept the same concept with every album. And that's when you came in, I think I was finishing up Dirty News or had Dirty News out.
I think it was Death Chapter.
Yeah. Death Chapter? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it was the
Death Chapter. Death Chapter means I was actually crossing over from all the hood shit that I went through back in the day. So that was the end of the young knowledge, you know what I mean?
Right.
And then I came up with the CD 2 years ago in 2013. That was the one you liked real well. I call it the national anthem, but you call it grind mode.
Grind mode.
The shit. And,
grind mode.
The real song is named
I
the
love that
national
one,
anthem.
man.
And I came up with that one. That was just letting everybody know, this is my final chapter. Then all of a sudden he said my cousin down in Mississippi said he could give me a national thing. So I released another album called Ghetto Sentences. Ghetto Sentences is about me because I've been ghetto my whole life. I even got a song called Ghettoful.
Right.
It's just me. It's me. I never change my ways no matter what I do, no matter education I get, the good job that I get or whatever I get in my life, I'm still the same old Jerry. And that's why I call it Ghetto Sentence. Everything is me. It's never changed. I don't try to impress nobody. I don't change ways or anything like that. So it was Ghetto Sentence because to me, where I grew up from, the hood, I love it. And so I'm sitting there for life, mine.
Yeah,
mentally.
Amen. I know you speaking about Hawville, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Hawville all day, but me, baby boy, I'm 2G all day, so I can't complain. They cousins, they distant cousins, it's okay.
Yep.
Okay, so let's see. We got, you said you had 5 albums, and you said that, this was your first national one. Is there anything that you hope to achieve that you are expecting that you want to see from this CD release?
I'm not a people person, but for once in my life, I like to meet a whole lot of talented people off this CD. I don't care about the feedback on the CD. Because they listen to it and give me any type of feedback, I know they listen to it. You know what I mean? I just want to meet a whole bunch of talented people out there, man, and just enjoy the rest of my career. Which I got to give you thanks for hooking me up with the Watergates and the Bank Town, and I've been checking out what Frenchie F been posting on the Standard, man. Communicating with people like that, man, it's a blessing, man.
Man, you dropping some hot names there, bro. You dropping some hot names. Uh-oh. He said Watergate.
That's what I want to get out of the CD, to interact with different people like that. And if they need any help on the way, the little knowledge that I got that I've been through, I like to help any of those guys, Anybody else you don't throw on a Facebook page of, I'm here. And that's what I like to see, man, just expand more people-wise. Because, me, I've never been a people person.
Well, yeah, but see, that's actually been a winning tool for you as well, because it's allowed you to kind of direct your ship down the river you wanted to, rather than having other people put their oars in and try to steer your boat for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I won't allow that.
If there's one thing I can say for certainty, Jerry Wilson is the boss. When it comes down to It's So Real Productions, Jerry Wilson is the boss. Hence the reason why It's So Real is really doing a big, big movement, man. I'm so proud of you. I congratulate you so deeply on It's So Real Productions. You really, I remember when I first met you, the very first time from Hollywood over at Bentley's, when he introduced me.
I remember that.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, one of your artists is Cue Ball. That was his first time performing there, wasn't it?
No, that was Chief was with me.
Oh, that's
at
right.
Bentley's.
That's right. It was Chief, because the second time was Cue Ball. I remember that. You're right.
Yep.
But anyways, you've been through so much, and you've met, some talented people and whatnot. I hear you talk more about the passion. You're always about the passion of music, the passion of music. What do you mean by that? What exactly? Explain to the listeners exactly what your interpretation of, passion is for music.
Passion for the music is basically growing up all my life doing music and loving music, so I already had the passion for it from 3 years old. My aunt first taught me how to do a stereo. But passion, what I mean by that passion for it, man, is just a love for the music that you do, love for the music that you hear. Listen to other people, have passion for what they are doing.
Right.
Not really thinking about the money or the dollar figures or how can I, like you guys said, how can I get paid overnight and stuff like that.
Right.
To me, that's not passion. Passion is just, just being that music lover that you always have been your whole life, So my passion for the music is just loving the music, period. Whether it's old school, R&B, hip-hop, jazz, classical. I even listen to classical,
Amen.
so, yeah.
Amen. Some people really don't understand music until they get a chance to listen to classical and find out how to really put it together, put a beat together, put the melody of the beats together. You know, anybody can make a beat, man. That's what people don't realize. See, when you come out, when you come outside of your norm, and for us, we speak as hip hop artists. So when we come outside of our hip hop norm, and we can embrace the other styles, genres, and cultures, then all of a sudden we are bringing to hip-hop rather than taking from it.
Hold on 1 second. You have another caller from Michigan, and before this caller from Michigan starts, though, I just want to clarify that anybody can make a beat, but not everybody can make a good beat.
Right, yeah. Right. or should be making beats.
Ain't that the truth? Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Hey, listen, I'm gonna be the first to tell you. I tried. It's not for me. Let RUD and Jerry Wilson handle that one. All right, fantastic. We've got another caller. This one is from Michigan. Who are we on the phone with? Hello?
Hello?
Well, you gotta love the call-in. I know, you gotta love the call-in system, huh? All right. Well, in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get some of these other questions that I want to ask you real quick out of the way. Okay. So we've talked about the industry. We've talked about the underground. We've talked about passion. We've talked about music. We've talked about money. We've talked about your CD and your career. But the one thing we have not talked about is advice. What is your advice? I mean, you're so many years into this game. You've accomplished so much. And on top of that, you're still accomplishing. You're not a has-been or a would-have-been. You're an is and continue to be.
My advice to everybody out there, man, first of all, don't do what somebody else tell you to do. You know, like, say you put something down, but somebody be like, nah, man, do it my way. You know, like that, because that's your stuff. So my advice is, first, listen to your inner self. You know what's going to be good. You know if you're going to like it or not. You know what I mean? Only you know that. You know if it really sucks. Because I ain't gonna lie, I have songs that sucks.
Right? Right, you do.
My advice is, follow your dream, not living off somebody else's dream. Achieve what you want to achieve in this music. And you think you got the heart to do it, then do it. Don't let nobody shut you down or anything like that. Just keep doing you. Now, if you get a whole bunch of feedback that somebody don't like that, don't change your style. Just change up a little bit of your words, or if your words ain't right, or somebody, it ain't mixed right, or anything like that. Because I heard, some of my shit ain't been mixed right that I've sent to you, actually. Yep. And I got over there and looked on Facebook, okay, I need to change that.
Right, right. But see, we call that progression. Like that, so, we call that progression.
Yeah. Do you. Just, if you trying to live your dream, live your dream. Don't live it through somebody else.
Ray,
that I have for these young guys.
Ray, did that caller ever come through? Okay.
No, sir. No, sir.
I know. Okay. All right. So,
I'm not going to. What? I'm not going to. It's just when there's not a caller, I'm trying to let Mr. Twism White Piece, since you laughed at the DJ comment, do his thing. So.
Okay, to all the listeners out there, the reason why the DJ thing is so funny, it's an inside joke, and I'll be honest with you. I'm not a DJ, okay? I can DJ. I have DJ. What'd you just say? Say that again?
DJ White Piece.
I mean, you could drop the DJ, though. Just call me White Piece, man. If you want to call me anything, call me host. Call me the host.
To me, you still Twism White Piece to me. So
and I hope I always will be, man. I hope you don't ever see me for anything else but the man that I am. You know what I mean? So, a lot of people out there, they look at and people like me and people like you, and they say, "Nah, man, you're fake," or you're lying, or you're bullshitting. You ain't really done this. You ain't accomplishing this, and you know why people say that? It's because they don't know behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
All right.
And I will say this one thing, Jerry Wilson, you do play your cards very, 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 very close to the chest, man. You can definitely be, what was that dude, Maverick? What was that movie back in the 90s with, Maverick? I think it was called Maverick. I think that's what it was called.
Yeah, Maverick. Yeah, that's
the white dude, old Western show or whatever it was.
Yeah, that's Maverick. Yeah.
I'm just saying, though, I mean, you play your cards close to the chest. That seems to be a winning solution for you, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I know that some differences with a lot of people over the years. Do you think that you learned from those differences, or do you think that they were just situations that you had to go through?
As today, it's situations that I had to go through. Back then, I was mad as hell about everything.
Right.
You know, but I know it's things that you go through to get to certain spots, you know. People ain't always agree on things, and some people want to get further than you or try to outdo you or better than you. They try to get with you, but use you to get that stepping stone to go higher.
Right.
So,
right. And there seems to be a lot of that. I mean, and you know, one thing, I'm going to be honest with you, Jerry, one thing that, you know, I heard you shout me out earlier for saying, you know, oh, he's been down with It's So Real. And I'm going to tell you something, Jerry, though, you know, in retrospect, man, there was some times in my career and in my life where I wasn't actually fully down for It's So Real. But on the flip side, you were always down for me. And so, you know, while we're doing all these shout-outs and everything, I just want to give you a shout-out because I know as far as my career, you know, I've been in this game for 15 years. Definitely not as long as you, but, you know, pushing that grandpa level. It's one of those things, it's one of those things where, you know, I had struggled and I had worked so hard to become something. And when we first met at Bentley's, and you know, a lot of people don't know this, but I had did over 100 shows alone. No, it's probably like 75, 80, just at Bentley's, okay? And I had never met anybody that was any worthwhile. It was a bunch of underground artists who were just trying to be something that they weren't never going to be. And then one day in come walking you know what I mean? And you didn't really look the part. You didn't really act the part. Your crew wasn't really, you know, up to game, so to speak, as what some of those other crews in there were looking like. But you know what? You had the drive, and you had something that was catchy. And I think in my career that the smartest decisions, or probably one of the top 3 smartest decisions that I've ever made, was definitely hooking up with you and It's So Real Productions. Because that, you know, it really did elevate my career. But on the flip side of that, you know, it's all good and great to elevate a career and everything, but this is what I'm trying to say. When it comes down to giving props, I want to give you the props. I know you said, oh, shouts out to the White Piece. No. Damn that, man. Shouts out to Jerry Wilson for being a true, dedicated, musical business person who took a chance on somebody that ended up becoming, you know, not to brag or boast my own horn, but ended up becoming one of Indiana's finest, and it is because
if you don't brag, then I don't know you.
I know that's right.
Since I know you,
I know that's right. Look, 45 of my...
I think you got a fever or something.
I know, that's right. 45 of my therapists tell me that it is not called cockiness or arrogance. It's called a healthy confidence. Okay? I just have a healthy confidence.
That's the two of the white piece that I like. Cause
I know that's right. I know. I get mad. Look, I get mad because everybody be like, "Yo, bro, you ain't cocky and arrogant on that song, bro. You was being all nice and sweet, man. What's your problem, man?" I'm like, man, really? But no, real talk, man. You are one of the biggest reasons why my career ever exploded, why it ever became what it is, and I just want the listeners out here to know that all this talk and all this admiration that we've been giving you for the last 45 minutes, it's not just because you're some worthwhile person or you're somebody that's on a higher level. It's because of what you have done in our lives. And
on that, though, I consider myself to be equal to everybody, man. You know what I mean?
Equal, definitely. But, you know, some people... You know, Jerry, whether you want to admit it or not, I know you're a humble guy and everything, but you know what, man? You have changed so many people's lives and changed so many people's careers that you have to take acknowledgement for it, bro. Because there's going to be so many people in this life who will sit back at the end of it all and say, man, I owe it all to Jerry Wilson. Now, there's some other people like myself that, you know, I owe some things to Ray Ray, I owe things to you, and, you know, Miss Worldwide, you guys have all done so much for me in my career and in my life that, you know, it has been and will be reciprocated. But that's what we're talking about when we sit there and say that selfish artists are not going to make it.
Hell no, they ain't.
If I thought that at any time I could do better without you guys, I would have fell on my ass. And even after I left, and even after I left the state of Indiana and went on to you know, other things here in Toronto and throughout the world and whatnot, that it always started with you in Indianapolis. And so I want to say thank you, bro. I want to say
hold on.
You got to remember one thing, too, though, man. Remember when I took you home that one day? What did you tell me? I want to be exactly where you at.
Yeah, I want to be, yeah. And you know what, man? Not yet.
And going back to what I was saying, you did your homework. You knew.
I did do my homework, bro.
You knew the game, and you up there now. So I appreciate you for listening. I mean, my words meant something back then.
Yeah, and they still do to this day, bro. You have no idea. More people are listening now because of how much your words resonate through this musical world. You have a whole group of people, 10 different artists that speak your name every day on a positive manner. That in itself, like I said earlier, it's not about what you can say, it's about what others say about you.
Just one second here, guys. First off, Mr. White Piece, or whatever the hell you want to be called, TWP.
Really? That's how we're going to do it tonight? Okay.
You don't owe me anything, man. I appreciate every time, you help out, and do your hip-hop show. I appreciate every time. And I appreciate that you learn from, such a great person in Mr. Wilson over here. And, you accomplished a lot, too, Mr. White Piece. You just don't give yourself enough credit because you just want more and more and more. You're like,
I'm greedy, man. What can I
say? That's why I give you a shout out, because you never quit, man. Even when you were down and out, you didn't quit.
What's he say? What's he saying, Scarface? What's he saying, Scarface? I want the world and everything in it, Chico.
Dude, you remind me of the Little Shop of Horrors plant. Feed me.
Oh, my God. Are you serious? Dude, my wife said the same thing.
Feed me, Seymour. Feed me. I'm going to start calling you Seymour White Piece.
You know what? That's fine. That's fine. Because you know what? That means I'm being remembered, damn it. Oh, man. Ray, go home. But no, we talk about this and we laugh about it. But when we were going through these things and we were doing these things, and big shouts out to Ray. I appreciate the love and respect, man, but, we all want to be on certain levels, and, as much as I am looked at by everybody else as being up there, there's still people that I look at as being up there. And, Ray, Jerry, Wayne Jones, Watergate, Banktown, these are all people that I'm trying to be like. Not trying to be like, but that's the level that I'm trying to get to. Where that I can be, fully, man, I'm going to say it just like you said it a minute ago, Jerry. Jerry, when I'm at the level where you're at, when people are speaking my name and I don't have to speak it no more, when I can sit there and play the cards close to my chest and still have a winning hand, that's what we're talking about. You understand what I mean? Yeah. I mean, that's how many years did you go through, Jay? You know. I remember those days.
Man, I remember those days. Many years, man.
Man, we struggled, man. We struggled. I mean, there was a moment there where I really thought I had to give up the rap game because of my personal life. You know what I'm saying? And that's one, you know what, Jay? How did you do that? How did you deal with your personal life and not let it affect your music?
I treat it the same way I get up every morning and go to work. I treat music as a job when it comes to that, and I do not mix my business at all with my family. If I have family issues, I will step back from the music because, of course, family always comes first.
Family over everything.
That situated work out, but at the same time, once I get this resolved, it's right back to the music.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I just want to say that you just touched so many lives, Mr. Wilson, and you're just very, fun and very, cool because you're level-headed about things. No matter how much comes your way, you're level-headed and you're humble about things.
Hold on. Unless you piss him off at a bar, and then he's pulling up on you in the Suburban, reaching under the seat, and he will get on your ass, okay? So just don't talk about his women, don't talk about his artists, and don't put your fingers on any of them. There, I had to say that. Sorry.
But that's a true man right there. I mean,
exactly.
Hey, I'm a nice person now.
Evidently, they haven't seen The World Is So Cold, huh?
Yeah,
that's the same Mr. Nice Jerry Wilson, right?
Hey, but that's how the world is,
right? I know that's right.
I gotta protect my loved ones.
I know that's right.
Just because he's a nice guy don't mean you can buck
up
on him. Did you all hear me? I said just because he's a nice guy don't mean you could buck up on him.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, speaking of bucking up, man, you used to be a boxer, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Now, how did any of that help you in the music? I mean, because surely when you're boxing, you've got to learn, responsibility and level-headedness and things like that. Did any of those lessons pay off for you there?
It taught me how to be more, as far as music-wise, with the boxing, it taught me how to be respectful in the music game, because when you box, you got to be respectful. Trust me on that one. I know a lot of people like, respectful for what? You going out here to try to beat this guy up. At the same time, you still got to be respectful of every fighter that you fight.
Yeah, because
that's what I learned in music. Everybody that I deal with in music, I got to have respect for if I'm going to deal with them.
Exactly.
It helped me out a lot as fighting first and then music. It helped me out a lot.
All right, Mr. Wilson, I have a quick question for you. In business terms, do you agree that one hand has to wash the other, like it's a compromise, like you give some, you get some back, and that's how it's got to work in order to network, rather than all one-sided?
I don't think it should be one-sided at all. I don't think it should be one-sided at all. If you give, you should give back, receive, respect, all that.
On the flip side, if you give back.
Yeah, you got to give back.
But
I think
you also have to
and
give
Ray,
at the same time.
This goes along what you were saying as well. Nowadays, especially in the underground, maybe not so much in the industry, but in the underground, everybody is on the same team. Okay? We're all playing the same game, trying to get to the same spot. The difference is that people who work together, they're going to get there quicker. And people who work on their own are going to get there slower. That's all it boils down to.
And that's why I always try to put in a teamwork, because I know it takes a team to get there.
Right.
Instead of trying to do it individual. I mean, I didn't do this all by myself. I had help along the way, too, to get to where I'm at.
Right.
So everyone helped.
Right.
You got to work hard to get there, so. And nothing better, I'm telling everybody, ain't nothing better than having a team that's backing you, supporting you, and by your side. Not trying to step over you and surpass you.
Right.
That's not a team. A team is together and everything.
All right. One last question on my end. Do you believe as a, hip-hop artist or just in business in general that, you have to look at every direction and you have to, venture in every possible way to market yourself or your business?
You got to. You got to look at many directions, because going one direction is not going to work. Because that one direction might come to a dead end. Then what you going to do?
Right.
You going to go back the same way you came? I mean, so I say go in very many different directions. And one of those roads are going to lead you to where you want to be eventually. Not every road is going to have a dead end.
What is one thing that you, throughout your career, has been, and I'm going to say it like this, has been a hard knock lesson for you?
How can I say this without not trying to call nobody out? Let me see.
Hey, don't worry, we'll put the censorship on for you.
I have to say that, that really knocked me down, and I finally opened my eyes, was doing for others where I really wasn't supposed to be there, but still I helped out doing for others. And then when I need that help to get me started in this, I got shitted on, basically. I did not ever want to go back through that again.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
So,
to go through things like that is, and a good example of this is I had a friend in Indianapolis who was actually the guy who wrote that Jamie Foxx song, that drink song where it had the drinks, talking about the drinks and everything in it.
Yeah.
He wrote that song.
Blame it on the alcohol?
Yeah, blame it on the alcohol. He wrote that song, and actually had it took from him, was given no credit, no props, no nothing. And in the situation that you're talking about, that's the similar thing. And when that happens, man, honestly, you have to chalk it up to the game, man.
Yeah, the boxing days almost came out then.
Yeah, oh boy.
It got that deep.
And you know
let
what?
It go alone.
You know, but see, those are kind of some of the lessons, though, that make you who you are. You know?
Yeah, that was a lesson I learned when you got. You can't open up your heart for everybody.
You know, personally, one of the artists that I had on actually said, you know, people got to have their paper right, and I'm sure Mr. Jerry Wilson agrees. Because if things aren't copywritten and everything else, I mean, there's people out there that will push you to the max, and they're making your money.
They take your shit, man.
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
Well, I got coming up. Get your stuff copywritten. Don't let anybody take your stuff.
Yeah, man, BMI gives you a free thing. Like BMI, you can go there, sign up for free, and copyright your stuff for free.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you don't have the money to do something for free, I can't even speak to you, bro.
And you know what I did before I went to the city county building? I used to mail myself a letter. Poor man copyright is what I used to call it.
Yep, I did that. I did that in the very beginning, but they've actually changed the laws on that, man. That don't work no more.
Oh, they did?
Yeah, that shit don't work.
Yeah,
no
we
more,
know
man.
I'm old now. I know. Back to the days. Because I remember that like yesterday, man. Because that's how I first started.
Right.
You know, with a poor man copyright. I never opened that letter up.
Right. As long as it stayed sealed shut, you was good. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta ask.
All right,
I gotta
go ahead,
ask
Ray.
you something real quick, Mr. Jerry Wilson, because I know what's happened to me. Hey, have you ever, made a song or whatever? Because I did hip hop way back when myself, and on a cassette tape, and then you go to listen to the tape and it eats your tape.
The first, I could say, tape that I put out in stores, actually, it got ate up a bunch.
See, this is where the youngsters in the group got to be quiet because we have no idea what you're talking about, man. I think the last time I used a tape, man, was back in the Walkmans, back in the late 80s, early 90s, man.
I actually had a tape in stores. I mean, it was only Midwest, Indiana, whatever, around this region, but I had an actual tape in the stores. But yeah, they used to get towed up all the time, twisted up. But the ones that broke, I figured out a way to fix them. Take clear fingernail polish and stick it back together.
Oh, nice. Now that's ghetto. See, that's ghetto.
Hey, man, that's me.
That duct tape to keep the muffler on the car. You know what I mean? All right, we're about wrapping this one up. I got one more question for you, and then I'm gonna let Ray take over while I go set up your songs and get the playlist started for you. In your career, from the time that you've started till now, what has been that number one memory, that number one, man, I did that and it was so badass. Man, I'll never have another memory in my career like that one type memory?
I opened up for George Clinton in Cincinnati, Ohio.
George Clinton?
I actually met the man on stage.
Damn.
Nice.
That was the biggest thing in my career. That was 1995. And they used to have like big events in July in Cincinnati.
Right.
They call it like the Jazz Festival, and I opened up for that, man. That was the best thing ever in my career, man.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you to all the listeners who have tuned in to TuLocalRadio.com live as we interviewed Mr. Jerry Wilson, a.k.a. Knowledge Bone, the CEO, mastermind behind the sensation out of Indianapolis called It's So Real Productions. Jerry, it has been a pleasure getting to speak with you again. I know it's been a long time for us, and hopefully it won't.
Thanks for having me.
Hopefully it won't be as long this next time. You know what I mean? But in the meantime, thank you for all the support of TuLocalRadio.com, and of course myself, Twizzle White Piece, and thank you for all that you have done, not just for myself, but for all of the independents, all of the undergrounds, all of the people in Indianapolis, and wherever else you have touched. Thank you, just thank you, and
I do, man.
I know you probably would have had
shouts out to Mississippi, man.
Oh yeah, Mississippi, right.
Talking country as fuck. Some of my words getting twisted up. That's because I'm a country ass boy.
Yep.
But yeah, man, I appreciate everything, man. I show everybody love, man.
And of course, I'm going to turn it over to Ray right now. I'm going to go ahead and set up the interview, and set up the playlist. And as soon as I get the word, we're just going to go ahead and play your new CD, and we're just going to, break it down song by song, and basically, get a taste of the new national album from Mr. Knowledge Bone called Ghetto Sentence. So, Ray, if you want to go ahead and take over, I'll go ahead and jump on what I got to do. Knowledge, always love, bro. Always a pleasure.
Always, man.
You're always my kinfolk forever, bro. You're always right here. Wherever I'm at, you're there too, bro. Don't stress, man.
Same here, man. Same here.
All right, my guy. I will talk to you again soon. And, Ray, I'm hanging up now, so go ahead and do your thing, bro.
All right. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
All right, Mr. Wilson, how do people, find your music, and how do they get in touch with you?
They can now they can go like the Walmart, Best Buy, the Target, whatever's in the area. The regular record stores now, like the Carmels. I don't know if they got them down south or anything, but they got them up here. On Q's, the Sam Goodies. Different places like that. You can hit me up on Facebook. I can either send you copies or whatever. Whichever easier for the people out there.
All right, and if there's a new artist that wants to get in touch with you, do you have a business email or anything of that sort, how they can contact you?
Yep, they can contact me on Facebook, or they can email me at Wilson. I hope everybody listening to this. Wilson.jerry90@yahoo.com. You can email me.
Yeah, and don't send him no spam. He doesn't want spam. He just wants good artists. And if you
There's no spam.
And if you suck, don't even bother. He's not going to waste his time. I mean, I'm just, I'm just amazed, man. I'm just amazed, and I'm just, happy to get a chance to, interview you again and everything. Because you've done so much, and Twism was saying, when everybody's speaking your name, well, just because everybody's speaking your name doesn't mean it feeds your family. You know what I mean?
Right. Yep. Yes, sir. I know that.
But, just real quick, where do you see yourself, that now that you got an album out in, stores and everything, where do you see yourself in the future? What do you see yourself doing?
Doing a lot of producing, getting some younger guys going, and a lot of promotions. This year I'll be doing some touring. This year, like we got like a 15 to 20 city tour coming up. So I just basically just want, if you with me, I want you to get up there and get recognized and get. That part of my career is over, but that wants to come join me, get whatever they need out, whether it's R&B, rapping, singing, blues, whatever.
All right, that's awesome.
That's my next goal.
If you're ever in the Knoxville area or anywhere close to here, like Knoxville, Nashville, or whatever, let me know. I'd love to meet you, man.
Oh, yeah, I'll be in that way in June. I'll be coming through Nashville in June.
All right, well, let me know. I mean, that's only a 2-hour drive from where I'm at. I mean, if you come through Knoxville, you can, hang out. I can grab some, beers or whatever,
All right, that sounds good.
All right, man. All right, but I believe Mr. White Piece is ready to do his show now, so it's been fun. You have yourself a wonderful weekend, Mr. Wilson.
All right, you too, man.
All right,
Thank you.
You take care.
All right, bye.